Hi, my name is Corbett, and I watched the Unrest in Rochester July 64 video. The first thing that stood out to me was the early riot footage. I've seen this footage before, but I think now I can understand it better because it's very similar to what we're seeing in America and in cities across the country today. I think other times learning about this information, it didn't really connect as well because I hadn't really seen it. But now that I have seen it and I have seen the reasons why people are so upset with the injustices and inequalities, I can just understand this better and this information better. The next thing that stood out was one of the men that was interviewed in the video who was talking about the riots described the people as a keg of dynamite that just needed a match. And in this case, the match was the 19-year-old who was arrested and not treated fairly by the police, and that's what set it off. Something else that I related to was that someone in the video was talking about how when it happens in your own city, it's different because you see the rioting and looting and you know these business owners, so you feel for them, but you also know that this group of people has been treated so unfairly and so wrongly that you understand why they're doing it, but it does kind of bring up conflicting feelings because you also are, seeing people that having to close down their businesses or having to repair after their businesses have been looted or broken into. So I think that's also something that I can relate to better now because I've seen it in Raleigh and I've seen it happen to businesses that I know the owners of, but I also know that this is something that is so sensitive that I will not condemn people for acting out because their voices haven't been heard, and my voice has been heard, but so many voices haven't been, so I just thought that that was really significant. And there was also the comment in the video that this wasn't a riot, but a rebellion because people were responding to a deep sense of social injustice. And a riot would just last one night, but a rebellion would continue over days. And this is what we saw within the July 64 video. I think that is very similar to the Black Lives Matter movement because we've seen that these protests and riots are not just going to be something that happens one night. It's something that's going to continue because people are serious about holding our leaders and our police officers accountable and making sure that voices are heard, which means continuing this over months, years, however long it takes to see policy changes and changes in our society. Overall, I thought that this video was very informative but also frustrating because the same things that people were fighting for, rioting for, protesting for in this video are kind of the same things that people are, speaking up against now. So it was frustrating to see that even, this many years later, we still have minorities and African Americans who aren't treated the same as white people and who are in danger when it comes to interactions with the police. And that is just something that is hard to see things have changed, but not really big things that would lead to really big changes that we need to see. So I think that my last reaction is that we just have to keep speaking up, keep making our voices heard, and keep advocating for social justice. I think that is a very clear theme throughout this video and a call to action through everyone who sees it, and especially people in our age group because we might be the next leaders. So overall, I enjoyed this video and I think it just gave me more insight into the really deeply rooted injustices in our society and how we need to continue to fight for the rights of everyone around us.